Oh yeah, we got some mood music too.
Mm-hmm. It's all sparkly now.
That's my jam.
Yep. I need this in my room. I'm gonna take the
So,
the I know, just pet it. In my craft room, I have vintage sewing patterns on my wall
okay.
that I took, and then I
I've
used
seen those in your
spray
videos.
starch
Yeah.
and applied them. That shit's coming down tomorrow morning. I'm gonna throw
This
up
is all
sequin
this,
wallpaper.
all this.
Why did I not think of this?
I don't know. You probably got the sequin, just bedazzled the shit out of it. This is Jimmy Floss Tube, and you're watching The Stitcher's Pit. I know it's been a minute since I've recorded. I've been spending a lot of time overseas, mostly China, dealing with this whole steel and aluminum thing. You know, I keep saying, Donnie, tariff the shit out of them. What are they gonna do? They can't do anything. There is absolutely no comeuppance from this whatsoever. Promise, it's gonna work. It's a great plan. It's gonna work. I mean, look how well it's doing so far, right? I have had the privilege of going to my first stitching retreat, and it was a trip, to say the least. It was definitely a trip. I'm used to conventions, toy conventions, comic conventions, and it's, just a bunch of fat, nerdy guys bumping into each other, bitching about prices of comic books and stuff. But this was completely different. A stitching retreat is absolutely. It was one of the craziest things I've ever been to before. The most bizarre thing is how women who have never actually met, or people who have actually never met face to face, just came together like they've known each other for years. You know what I mean? Just like it was like a reunion, but yet no one ever has talked to each other face to face. It was crazy. It was absolutely amazing. But I made some notes, and I think what I have is a list of things you need to have a successful stitching retreat. Okay? It's about 10 things, and as long as you can check these things off of your list, I think you will have a successful retreat. Number 10, you need someone on the phone talking to someone else, asking how their cats are doing. It's kind of you've got to look for that one person. They're probably off in the corner somewhere, but usually the conversation is going something like this: how's Mr. Mittens doing? Has he come out of seclusion from under the sofa? You know what? I'm coming home. I'm getting on the next plane. He can't handle this type of stress. I'm coming home to see him. If you hear that conversation, you know you're on your way to having a good retreat. Number 9 would be someone roaming around in their pajamas around 5 in the afternoon, in the evening, looking like they just woke up. Possibly their name might be Diana or something like that. Just roaming around in their pajamas and slippers with a cup of coffee. Number 8, you need a table of women that are arguing over where to eat for a minimum of about 3 hours. A 3-hour argument over where they are all going to eat. Usually either it breaks down and they end up just going to the cafeteria downstairs and getting stuff out of the vending machine, or they procrastinate so long that it's dinner by the time they decide where to go for lunch. That's pretty important. Number 7 is some unfortunate husband walking around looking like a 4-year-old lost in a supermarket. Just kind of like a blank look on his face, like, where am I? Like, have I just been beamed up to the mothership type of like lost? Like, I'm attached to this person. I'm just gonna follow them everywhere, and usually she's introducing him to a bunch of people as if she knows them, for instance, high school or something like that, and that guy usually has the look of, I'd rather be anywhere except for where I am right now at this moment. Number 6 would be someone trying to rig the raffle by dumping extra tickets into the bags, Letitia. We're on to you. You're not fooling anybody. How does someone walk away with 10 of 10 things? Okay, we're on to it. We're seeing what you do. Number 5, would be a breakfast buffet that is so big that the rest of the hotel is eating there because they think it's for everyone at the hotel. You know what I mean? Like other patrons, like families are coming down and eating from this buffet because they figure it's for everyone. It's so huge, it's got to be for everyone in the whole place. Number 4 would be like 2 or 3 or 4 people that have realized that the main room has gotten so crowded that they've gone outside the main room and are stitching on the floor outside the door. Okay? Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can kind of inception this, and those 4 or 5 people look around and see that there are 3 or 4 other people around them, and they'll get up and move like even further down the hall. Like, that's how introverted those people are. Like, I paid a lot of money to come here. Like, they walk in the door and they're like, panic, and then out the door they go, sit on the floor, start stitching. Someone else comes down out and sits right across from them, and that first person gets up and moves for like to the elevator. Like, if you see someone stitching in the elevator, you know you're having a great retreat so far. Number 3, screaming and hugging bitches. That's pretty much it. Just women screaming and hugging each other. Number 2 is someone starting to drink way too early in the afternoon, like before everyone else. Usually pretty wasted by early evening. You can recognize these people because they're usually tearing out all the stitches that they've put in that evening because they've realized that they're doing the wrong chart. Like they've got one thing started, and then out of nowhere there's a fish head there, and they're like, wait, this isn't right, and they're ripping out that fish head now because it doesn't go with the basket of flowers that are there, and that's if they get anything done at all. Usually it's just that person just sits there and drones on and on and on. And the number one thing to look for when you're at a stitching retreat to make sure that you are having a successful stitching retreat is one nervous wreck that threw the whole thing trying to keep it together. You can pick out these people. If you want to know who's throwing it, just look for the person walking around that's not blinking. That's the nervous wreck that threw the whole thing. If you don't have someone that's panicking constantly, that through it, you're not going to have a successful retreat at all. If you have someone that's calm and collective and, hey, it rolls off their back, no, it's just not going to work out. I'm sorry. You need some panicking freak to be sweating and shaking all over the place, like rubbing their head, like you want the person throwing the retreat, you want to see their hair fall out in front of you. Like when you're saying hi to them, you want blink, two little hairs fall out and land on the ground. Like that's how you know that you're having a good retreat. But if you can follow those simple things, those 10 things, if you can spot those at a retreat, you know you're having a successful, fun retreat. But yeah, it was amazing. It was a great retreat and it was a good time. Other than that, I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. That was earlier in the month. And hopefully everyone still got their phalanges attached to them. And as Apu said, hopefully you can celebrate the birth of your nation by blowing a small portion of it up. We are here with Baxter and Sequins in the lovely state of New Jersey at her floss tube retreat, which I keep calling a convention, and it is clearly not.
It's like an international convention.
That's true. That's true. You have people from all over the world here.
Australia.
1.
Netherlands.
2. All right, so all over the world.
Canada.
Yeah, okay, Canada.
We let them in. We're like, okay.
California, that's another country pretty much.
That's totally different, yeah.
So what do you think of New Jersey? I'm assuming this is your first time being in New Jersey?
Yes. Humid.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I noticed when I got off the airplane.
Okay.
The humidity.
So your hair froed out?
No, I mean, it stays pretty, like, put, but I just felt like I was just sweating from, like, all crevices, where in Arizona, like, you don't. I mean, I'll get, like, the occasional,
but Arizona's
like,
hot as shit, though, out in Arizona.
It's the dry heat, and I know people are, like, going to watch this and be like, that's bullshit, it's the same, but there is a difference between humidity here and you go to Arizona. You would go to Arizona right now, and it's probably, like, God knows, 3 hours behind, but it's probably, like, already 120 degrees.
Right.
But it's dry heat, like someone's, like, a blow dryer is on you.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
No.
I still hate the heat.
But if you want to feel my pain during the summer, just say, hey, Emily, can I borrow your hairdryer?
And just sit there with it on.
I feel like McKenna right now.
Well, we have one of those for our t-shirt business. We have one of those heating plates that heat up to like 400 degrees. I can just get under that.
Yeah.
It'd be essentially the same thing.
Do you get like light rays off of that? Or it's just heating?
No,
so
it's
like
just
a big
heating.
iron.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
So you can't get like a tan off of it.
Do you think maybe the humidity has something to do with all the big crispy hair in New Jersey?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's probably
Yes.
probably the main culprit for the
You
whole
go
thing.
to high humidity places, you're going to see the hair.
Well, how is the retreat so far? I mean, I know you've done a few of these.
I've attended 2.
Okay.
The Austin one, and then the Minnesota one with Michelle Rudy.
Okay.
So this is my 3rd, but first one I've co-organized
Okay.
with Arlene.
So you didn't have to regulate at the other ones like you did?
No, I sat back and got pampered on and enjoyed and sat down and was able to stitch more.
The people at the front desk downstairs know her. They call her Stalin. Just because of.
I was hoping like Hitler.
I mean, aspirations. You can.
You know,
the retreat's not over.
It's not over. I haven't checked out yet. There's still time.
You could just start grabbing workers and pulling them into your room and never see them again.
Yes.
Maybe that'll put you over.
That's usually how it is though. Like when I go out, I'll grab guys and then they're like, "Where did so and so go?" Went in McKenna's room.
You're never gonna see him again.
Never see him again.
As good as dead. Yeah, I've never seen a group of people so scared of a woman before in my life. It's entertaining because I don't work here, so I don't have to deal with it. But for them, I'm sure, like if they do this next year and they're like, oh, the stitching group's coming back up there, they're all gonna go, "Hey, Diablo!"
Don't bring her. I hope it's not.
Chills run down their spine.
They me. I don't know if they know me. I don't know what their nickname is for me. They know me by first name though, and I come
Baxter.
Baxter, yeah, or oh, here's bitch lady, or sequin lady, because I'm leaving sequins, and you can see me from like
the sparkly devil is coming.
He's coming.
Sparkles the devil woman.
What do we need to comp? But you know, I kind of, not that I get off on people getting afraid of me, but I've had to make my presence known, to put some fires going under some people's asses to get stuff going, and
sure. Well, I'm sure Arlene appreciates it.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny, Arlene and I are so yin and yang. And so basically she gave me a honey-do list to do when I arrived on Tuesday morning, and I was like, I'm going to, absolutely, and I had it done by like Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
And then I was slowly being informed and updated how the hotel wasn't kind of keeping up on their end of promises and what was in the contract. And
so you had your own checklist.
I had my own
strike fear into workers.
They got on my shit list, and then I just started adding to the list. Like it just like kept going, just all the way around. Like I was writing on my legs.
So at one point you're like, "Are those white socks? Are you seriously wearing white socks?
What are you doing right now?" But
no. I hope you better update your resume because you're out of here.
Well, the staff, and they have come to me and they said, so-and-so, like, you are literally, you're scaring some people. Like, I think they're, like, they fear for their lives.
That's
like,
great.
Their children.
That's good.
Like, yeah, are their children safe at night, or will McKenna, like, descend on them?
Are you like this at home?
No. And I don't want people to get the feeling like, oh my God, McKenna, like, just rips people new ones all the time. My thing is, if you're special, my thing is if you're doing something wrong, being it bullying or not acting a certain way, or you're not holding up to your end of the bargain, or you're doing something that's not right, some people need to be called out on their bullshit.
Okay. Because
other people will not do it. They don't like the confrontation. I like the confrontation. I don't want to like be screaming at you, but I don't have a problem saying, hey, Jimmy, your mutton chops thing isn't working. Maybe you should rethink it.
See, but just when you said that, the first thing I thought of was like, I better shave this before she like comes at me or something.
Well, no, in the next video, you'll see he's like totally clean shaven, like waxed, no hair, nothing.
With an apology.
Yeah, sorry.
I had no idea I was hurting you this way, Baxter, and I will never do this again. Please accept my
apology. And I love that you call me Baxter. It's like your little nickname for me.
That's your name.
Yeah.
Baxter, he's also, you ever watch Anchorman?
Yes.
He's the name of the dog that gets punted off the bridge.
Usually Baxter are like dog names in movies, cat names in movies. I know some floss tubers, their pets' names are like Baxter.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I have to come up with another one for you.
Oh, I like Baxter. I mean, Glowacki doesn't really slide off the tongue.
Right,
no. But I totally took one for the team.
The Sparkly Devil Woman is actually...
I'm changing my Instagram name. It's not Stitching and Sequins anymore.
So you said that you were going to finish your Virtue?
Don't remind me.
By LDS?
Yes, long dong sampler. For this trip specifically.
Now, so I'm going to take it you did not get it done.
Did you see it? Yeah, no. 5 out of 9 pages. I got busy though. I came out of retirement, if you hadn't heard.
Came out of retirement for what?
Just being a trophy wife and spending the husband's money.
Ah.
Yeah.
So that takes up all your time now?
That takes up a lot of time.
Well, I feel
that's a full-time job.
I feel like you made a commitment that you were going to finish this project, and you clearly didn't.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
People have been giving it to me all weekend. Yeah.
How far did you get on it?
So 5 out of the 9 pages.
Okay.
But yeah, my thing was to get it done for retreat.
Okay.
But that was before I was doing the attic stuff, and so that's totally cut into my stitching time.
Okay.
But I will get it done, I promise, on Baby Jesus. It will be done for the State Fair in October in Arizona.
Yeah, we'll believe it when we see it.
Well, I need to do TFD, get all the, ribbons and then make pasties out of them. So, I need new pasties for boat season. So.
Please keep all your legs and arms inside the.
I have 2 legs and 2 arms.
All of them.
And the boobs.
Keep them all inside the car while it's moving.
Yes, thank you.
So, are there any other projects that you're going to lie to us about, or was that the only one?
That's the only one that I said I was going to finish by a certain due date. But, being here, I've been enabled to start my other LDS that you and Emily kindly gifted to me. So I picked out fabric.
So we gifted you another failure attempt.
No, I totally want to start it, and I'll finish that. I don't start projects that I know I'm not going to finish. I'm not a UFO.
Other than LDS.
It's not a UFO. It'll get done this year. And if I don't, then what are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Publicly shame you.
Okay.
So have you found any interesting thrifting stuff?
No thrifting on this. Well, you smell good.
Okay, loving an elevator.
I've done no thrifting on this.
On this trip?
On this trip, nothing.
Have you found anything interesting lately? Here in Arizona, anywhere? The
best one is Austin with the prosthetic leg. I mean, I can't beat that.
Yeah, that's
Find somebody's old leg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I need you to kind of look for me for like a wheelchair. You want us to move in here?
Yeah, come on in, join the party. Okay. A wheelchair. Say hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
So, yeah, I can find you a wheelchair.
Good, because I'm going to need one pretty soon, I think.
Really used? Any wheelchair? Can I just dump an old person out
as long as it doesn't have Norman Bates' mom in it or anything like that.
Yeah, but Emily would like that.
That's true. That's true.
Tennis court.
It'd be very dual purpose.
Okay, so I'm writing the list.
Yeah.
Wheelchair. What else?
I would like to point out that this elevator is rocket propelled. It shoots up and down extremely fast. And actually hurts your knees. Watch your step, ladies.
Watch your step.
Oh, your bag fell. So you said that you were going to start your flowers, what is it, 1650? Is that what it was? For Stitch Mania?
Oh, Arlene's piece.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you ever start that? Is that one of your Mania starts?
No.
Did you start anything for Mania?
Yes, and I finished it.
Which one was that?
The palmistry. It was on the back table.
So you started and finished in May?
In May.
And it's not even, 3 weeks in? 4 weeks in?
Yeah. It was small, though.
Okay.
It was a finish before dinner time sort of stitch kind of a thing.
I gotcha. Well, isn't the point of Mania to pretty much do as many starts as you can?
No, because I don't like to have a ton of whips. So my thing for Mania is 1 new start per week.
Okay.
I can concentrate on it for a week, maybe finish it, maybe not, but I can put a lot of work into it.
So did you actually finish this in 1 week?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. But
you just didn't start anything else?
I was going to bring Arlene's piece to start, but I never got around to it. I never got around to it. I didn't want to do a new start here under the pressure. It's when you start something new.
You still had 2 or 3 weeks, though.
I know. Don't give me shit for not starting something. You're not the stitcher. You don't even stitch.
I'm just wondering, it seems to me like you've got a lot of failures under your belt so far.
You want more failures?
Yeah,
besides stitching?
Let's have them. Let's have your list of failures in your life.
First boyfriend?
Okay.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't have happened. Failures. Boob job, I should have just gone bigger the first time. So now I'm regretting that. So that's a huge failure on my part.
So you've had the first one and then the second one?
Well, I want a second one.
So this is still the first one?
This is still the first
one.
You're
saying you should have just went big the first time?
Yes.
Or gone home?
Or gone home. Go big or go home.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't they, me being a plastic surgeon that I am.
You're going to do my second set, I hope.
I am.
Yes.
How are you with symmetry? Do they have to be equal?
Close enough.
Can we just slap some beach balls on there and be okay with it?
Just make them look good.
Now, when they go bigger, like when you go from really small to really big, I would imagine they don't recommend that because it would stretch the skin a lot.
Yes. Okay. It does. But I wanted you pick a size that's not ridiculous, that your body can handle. Otherwise, you're looking like Pamela Anderson from the early 2000s, which just looked ridiculous. Yeah. So, but when I go in for my second set, I'll make sure to contact you and be like, you like these?
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's finally
too big.
happening.
And see, like, it'll be perfect because you can contribute to half of the cost. And then you get like shared custody.
Okay.
Joe gets half, and then you get the other half. Yes.
Okay. So, what fun things can you do with implants?
While they're in, or when you take them out? Because like,
can
when
I take mine out?
Well, when I
can I put them in my car for airbags in case I get into an accident?
You probably could. I don't see why not. Or you could like shove them down your pants and think, you know, walk around and have like bigger junk. I don't know.
Look at my pants boob.
Yeah, paperweight.
Like not that heavy.
Like a stress ball, like a stress reliever ball that some people use.
That would be good.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But then no one would get any work done. They just sit there, just playing with their boob, playing with their boob.
You just look weird then. Yeah.
So how are your kids?
They're little shits.
So one thing I noticed about your videos is that sometimes it looks like you're reading off a teleprompter, like you're giving an award at the Oscars.
Really?
Absolutely. Do you not?
I've never been told that, and really? No.
I also notice sometimes you are in like full hair and makeup, full regalia, and other times you're just in your bathrobe, like you just rolled out of bed in Tijuana somewhere.
Don't slam Tijuana.
I'm not.
I've been there.
It's great.
I've been there.
Great.
I don't know it.
I'm just saying, aspire to be more than a Tijuana hooker. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. It just kind of depends. But usually, like, I'll be like, okay, I'll do a video today. I should take a shower, look nice. I mean, you can't smell me through the TV, like through the video, but I want to look nice. I even shave. Like, I'm ready.
We appreciate that, I guess. You don't want a big old hairy Baxter staring at us?
No.
Well, we have here for you your questions sent in by all your fans all over the world.
I got a lot of them.
You do?
I got like 6,000 of them on YouTube.
That's right.
Like and 4,000 of them on Instagram.
And plenty in Tijuana.
I got a couple stalkers.
A couple?
One person that wants to kill me, but we'll talk about that in the next video.
Do they work here? I bet they work here. If not, then you now have more than just one.
They don't work here. They live in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't go to Chicago. Or if you do, guards up.
I don't know. I confront them. I just want one punch.
Well, I think you've already answered one of the questions on this. Your first question is, how many cats do you have? With the follow-up, how many do you want? With the follow-up, how intuitive are they?
Technically one, but I have one, so is that two?
So you have one and you have one? Yes, that is two, because you are the same person. Unless there are two Baxters.
No, but what are you considering? Like I have I have Irwin, so that's one.
Okay, and it is a cat.
It is a cat.
And it's real.
He has a mustache. You see him in my videos. People love him.
Okay.
But then I have a cat.
Right. I've got you now.
No.
We're on the same page.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I had to explain that to you.
How would you have another cat that no one else has?
I only show it to the select few.
I don't.
Hi.
So I'm gonna...
So one.
So you have 1.5.
Two. Very.
Okay. So you want to have 2 more, or you want to have 2 total?
I would have 2 total.
Okay.
Because having dogs is a lot more work. Like, okay.
Do you have dogs?
I have Wally.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How are his balls, by the way?
They're fabulous. Like, you don't even see him. He doesn't have to wear his, like, turquoise running shorts anymore.
Right.
They healed really nice.
That's good. He doesn't miss them. He doesn't
Not that
You don't
I
hear
know.
them sobbing late at night or anything?
No, I'm upset though because I didn't ask them to like save them so I could put them in a jar and then put them in my medical bathroom.
Yeah, that's good, but at that point, it just sounds like you're torturing your dog. Like, hey, remember this.
Remember me.
Right, you better behave yourself.
I got them.
You didn't even need these. You wait till I get to something that you want.
Having dogs is different. You have to plan when you're going to be gone. Whereas cats, you could just arm and mustard.
Yep, exactly.
You can just lay out enough food, maybe have someone check in on them, a couple bowls of water, and you can leave for the weekend. And you're you know you're going to be fine with them. But like dogs, you have to like
boredom,
the hotel, and the expense. So we love Wally, but I think cats would just be easier.
Okay.
And I think if you have one, you need to have a companion.
Well, that's not so bad. Based on your answers, I'm going to put you at about a level 4 cat lady. So
Out of 4 out of what?
10.
Okay.
So I mean, you're close.
Yeah.
You might want to watch it. That's all I'm saying. You're right there, almost crossing over.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be the cat lady.
Second question: what cost more, your wedding ring, or
Do we need to show the wedding ring?
wedding ring, or your boobs?
Oh. Wedding ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one gets more use?
Boobs.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
See, it's
use and fangs. Like I cannot tell you.
You're saying words.
I'm saying words. You get. They've already like paid for themselves. Drinks, dinners.
Right.
Free entry into like clubs or wherever when I go out with girlfriends.
And technically, the ring.
The ring, yes.
Works the opposite way of that. People won't buy you drinks if they see the ring.
But there's an easy fix to that.
Oh, right. You just take it off.
You just take it.
Right.
I'm seeing
right. Now I'm drunk.
Now I'm drunk.
Going home with whoever.
But yeah, no. Don't tell Joe.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm sure he won't watch this. All right. Third question: are the doors in your crafting room huge, or are you just a midget? Because those things are enormously high.
We have high ceilings, so they're above average size doors. But I like to think of I'm not a midget. I mean, I'm 5'7".
Okay.
So I'm above average on height-wise. I mean, I'm not as tall as Emily.
No.
Which is like Amazon woman.
Yeah, or Lori or
Lori
Ward. Yeah, that's a basketball team.
But
you're Spud Webb.
Yeah.
You're the Spud Webb of this basketball team.
So midget, no. Just high ceiling.
High ceiling, but that's got to be higher doors than normal.
Yes, they're not standard size doors at like your shack at the house. I don't know.
Yeah.
You live in a shack. I'm not sure. He's kind of cute. I think he was giving you the look. He's like, I'm not into tits.
I'm married, lady.
You can take it off.
That's right. This is what I've learned from this.
Take notes.
So you are a Frida
Kahlo
fan.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to put up 3 pictures. Don't look. And we're gonna test.
I get that a lot. People, guys who say, "I'm gonna show you something."
I'm gonna show you.
Never
close your eyes and open your mouth and tell me what you think this is.
Don't say anything. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you 3 pictures.
Okay.
And you're gonna pick out which one is actually Frida.
Okay.
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 They're hard now, and they're not like photograph pictures. They're like artistic pictures. So it's not gonna be as easy as you think.
Okay.
Let me just kind of don't look now.
I'm not looking.
I'm gonna put this on the camera here.
No. Should I go like get a drink?
No.
No.
Huh? All right.
Okay.
Take a look at them.
Okay.
Go around.
Yes.
Which one? If you can try and pick them out. Which one's Frida? It's hard. Take your time. You can't go with the eyebrows.
No. I don't want to say all 3 of them.
No?
There's really
it's
one.
It's a good guess, though.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe you're tricking me.
No,
somehow.
no. One of these, see if anyone out there can get it.
Make everyone. I'm gonna go with the broad in the middle.
The lucky guess.
Do I get anything for a good guess?
Good job. And of course, your last question: if you had to fight someone, alive or dead, in history, for 3 2-minute rounds,
wrestling
to the death.
Wrestling. Now, okay, so my husband does Muay Thai, which is like Thailand's version of kickboxing. Okay. So kind of like UFC, but you get to use. Okay. Sure. So what are to the ground only?
Man, you UFC, are really...
I want specifics. Can I use elbows?
Yeah. It's a street fight. It's a street fight.
So dirty as hell.
Yeah.
I put my hair up and I'm ready to go.
Right.
Take my heels off because I don't want him to get bloody.
Yeah. Well, you might want to bring him in. You might want to bring him in. No, he's just coming back.
Now
he's just coming back now.
Yeah.
He's just wandering.
He does not do
He's checking out the goods.
2, 3. You got to put him up more. I'll let you borrow one of my bras.
3 2-minute rounds.
3 2-minute.
If it goes that long.
Dead or alive.
Anyone in history. Someone you know, someone you don't know.
John Mayer.
John Mayer?
Huge fan.
Doesn't sound like it.
Wait. Because I had a feeling you were going to ask me this question, so I've been pondering it. So John Mayer, love him. Ayrton, our youngest, his middle name is Mayer after John Mayer.
Okay.
I've seen John Mayer in concert 6 times in 5 different states.
Okay.
So I'm a groupie. I
totally.
And
it's absolutely crazy because his music is so bad.
I know,
you would really be that into
it. You go to one concert, my ears bled the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Why am I continually...
Multiple suicide attempts in the audience.
Yeah, why am I giving him hundreds of dollars to sit so close to him?
Right, exactly.
When he just... Ugh.
Yeah, that's so gross.
So, but he's hot.
Okay.
And he's older. I'm into older men.
I don't...
Are you into older men?
Wait a minute, though.
What?
Yeah, totally,
okay.
but...
You're gonna go like this, my thinking. So...
Is he really attractive, really?
I find him, yeah. He just turned 40. Google him.
But out of everyone out there, that's what you consider attractive.
Well, no, there's people more attractive than him. But I'm thinking, okay, you're gonna let me have a street fight with him. 3 2-minute rounds.
3 2-minute rounds.
So I get the okay from the husband to go face to face with John Mayer. Basically, I could touch him wherever to get a grip on him. He's gonna have to grab me wherever.
Yeah.
So basically,
you're using this as a cheap cop
as a chase to get
Okay.
So I could be on the ground straddling him.
Because ultimately, I think you could whip the shit out of John Mayer. And if you wanted to toss him on the ground,
his
I'm
body's
pretty sure.
a wonderland.
Boo!
But no, my feeling is I'd want it, and then I'd not beat him up. I'd just be able to straddle him and touch him.
But that's what I'm saying is if you wanted to take him to the ground, I'm pretty sure you could.
Probably.
Because he doesn't look that strong or athletic. But I think if you take him down too hard, you could probably break his hip.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you could find him a wheelchair too then.
Hey, I'll find 2 of them. You and him.
Yeah.
I can just push alongside.
Just go to a retirement home. Actually, there's a bunch of them there.
You guys are gonna die in 12 hours. You don't need them.
So now you're fighting. I believe it was Mayor, me, and a couple of old people. I believe that's you've got a whole card. This is a Royal Rumble.
Yes, pay-per-views involved.
God, I bet you those old people run over my foot with their stupid wheelchairs.
Yeah, and then you'd be out.
Exactly.
Yeah, or a cane.
Well, I have for you.
I don't want it.
You're getting it.
But I already have a solo tank top.
You do, but you are now in an elite group. You're in an elite group.
I thought I was in an elite group with having just a tank top, a one-off. I thought I was in.
Yeah, I guess I don't think I've ever.
Because somebody at the retreat said, "Hey, I didn't know he was doing tank tops," and I said, "This is a one-off."
I was about to say, I bet you as soon as people start watching this, they're gonna start asking if they can get tank tops now.
No, not a chance.
You have exclusive licensing rights. So if you want a tank top of Jimmy Floss tube. You're gonna have to go through my agent now, and judging by her demeanor around here, it's not gonna be pleasant. It's not gonna be cheap, because apparently she wants to go up a size. So we're talking thousands of dollars for a floss tube.
Yeah, there's a comment there. Yeah.
With an apostrophe S. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Can I
cover those things up?
Cover them up. They might offend people.
Yeah.
Look, I could wear this as like a dress.
Yeah, absolutely.
With my heels.
Yes.
Now.
You're crazy expensive heels.
Now I get this. But I have gifts for you.
Oh, lovely.
So here are some gifts for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this going to explode when I open it?
No, nothing will bite you.
You just start from one side?
Just start, yeah, whatever you want.
This looks familiar. This looks a lot like the towels upstairs in my room.
But it came from my room.
Wow, I can't believe they allowed you to give this to me.
They won't miss it. It's okay. They got thousands of them.
Yeah, that's
and they're all the same color, so it's not like...
Do I have to smuggle this out of a cavity of my body?
I could help you put it there.
Lot of lube.
Yeah. I'll lend you some.
So far, I am now accomplice to a felony.
Vintage shoulder pads out of one of my dresses.
Shoulders?
Dick or boobs. Shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling inadequate sitting next to me, you could put them here.
Yeah.
Or if you want to, red's your color, I think.
Yeah.
Or if you like want to go out with the guys, you can shove them down your pants. I don't know.
I would look like I had elephantitis.
Well, don't do both. Just do one.
That'd be silly.
Yeah.
I would probably recommend you getting something a little bit more penis shaped. Although, if you just go like that, yeah, okay, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, you can cross stitch stuff on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be very popular in the clubs.
Very.
These are lovely. I feel terrible that you ruined your wonderful, I would imagine it's from the early 80s, sport coat?
Before I was born, yes.
Yeah. And, something else to go down my pants for the club.
Rotten banana.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will give you $2 to eat this slowly. Goodbye. Yeah, no, sorry. I just don't think that's going to work. But a big thanks to Baxter and Sequins for my new belt cleaning rag. So I think that's going to do nicely. Look how shiny it is now. I appreciate that. And of course, just for being the total badass chick that she is. True story, as I was walking around the hotel looking for a place to film that interview, I walked past a dining hall. This was on the first day of the retreat. I walked past the dining hall and I saw Baxter. She was in there, and she had the entire staff of the front end of the whole hotel. There was like 8 or 9 people, and they were like circled around her like some crazy Lord of the Flies thing going on, right? And I'm not going to say yelling, because she wasn't yelling, because if you know McKenna at all, she doesn't like yell. But she'll put you in your place. And I think that's what was going on, because like half the wait staff was crying. Like some of them just like were quitting. They like threw their stuff off and they left. There was one guy in the corner in the back, huddled up in a fetal position, just shaking his head, rocking back and forth. One dude pulled out a knife and killed himself right there in the room, just dropped dead, bled all over the place. And McKenna was like, and we're going to be eating in this room. You guys are going to serve us. And someone better clean up that guy's blood because we can't have that in here. And they're like, yes, ma'am. I swear to God, I think Hitler was reincarnated as McKenna. That's what I think. It's just a theory. I don't really have anything to go on. But I've never seen anyone with a more scary demeanor. But regardless, I appreciate her coming on and doing the interview with me. So yeah, it had been a while since I'd done an interview, and unfortunately, it's probably going to be a little bit longer now because I'm going to be getting this thing removed from my lip, hopefully at the beginning of the month, but maybe by the middle of the next month or something, I'll have something else posted and ready to go. But until then, go floss yourself.
What are you looking at? What's
an
there?
open
Go
room. You always
back.
gotta look
Go
in the
back.
open- you always
Go
gotta
back.
look in the open room.
Go back.
Going forward. One direction only.
Do you like One Direction?
They're my favorite band.
Really?
Actually, yeah, I've got all their stuff, their box set. It's incredible. It changed my life.
Yeah.